So welcome back guys to another video, and yes, today is my birthday. I am now 35 years old. One of the first things I do when I get up in the morning on my birthday is I sit back and listen to the opening to the Streets of Rage soundtrack, because I actually share the same birthday as Yuzo Koshiro, which is one of my favorite video game composers, and as a musician, it's just so inspiring. So that gets into the meat and potatoes of this video. I wanted to talk about games that I love that were released on my birthday. Now I went to a website called Moby Games, and it has a database that you put in a date, and it shows you all the games that came out in various regions and even DLC that came out during that time. And I was like, man, there's a couple of games that I really enjoy that came out on my birthday. Now the first game I want to talk about is Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. It was released in South Korea on December 12th. And you know, one of the things that I love about this game, it makes me nostalgic because I remember back in 2018, this was one of the first major games I got to review on my channel, and being a huge Wonder Boy fan is a love letter to the series. And you know, it's probably one of the only games that I've given a 10 out of 10 when it comes to reviewing games, because I really think this game has no flaws. This is an amazing game. I mean, you start out as Jin. You're like this boy in the village. Your uncle is like turning people into creatures, and you're trying to stop him, and he turns you into a creature, just like in the Wonder Boy games. You start out as a pig, and you progress into other animals that kind of help you go through the game in a Metroidvania style action platforming RPG. And one of the things I love is I love the soundtrack. I love the fact that they remixed some Wonder Boy tunes in there, and it's just an amazing game. Whenever I see it on Twitter on sale, I always try to retweet it. And unfortunately, if you're wanting to get a physical copy, those are kind of getting hard to come by because the game's no longer in print. But I will say, if you love action RPGs, if you love Metroidvanias, if you love retro gaming, Wonder Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is definitely a game you need to check out. Or you can always just check out my review as well. Now, this game was released on Steam on my birthday, but it's on many platforms. And I remember at the time when it was initially released on the PS2, I was the only one in my store, my local GameStop, that had it pre-ordered. And I am talking about Akami. Akami is a timeless classic. It's a game that many people marvel when they talk about Akami, but you know, back then it didn't get a big turnabout. A lot of people didn't get a chance to play it. I don't know if it was because there were other games at the time that were coming out that were more popular, or maybe, you know, I know at the time Capcom didn't have the best track record with folks, with Mega Man and all sorts of DLC stuff, but this was a very special game. It was done by Clover Studios, which is no longer around, which eventually turned into Platinum, but the graphics alone are worth playing this game. The watercolor, the mythical Japanese lore that this game has, and it has a very strong Zelda kind of inspired adventure. Something I really enjoy, and you know, playing it now in HD, oh man, playing it on HD on like the PS4 on a 4K television, seeing all those colors pop is just mesmerizing. I still think my favorite port though of Akami is on the Nintendo Wii. I actually love the Wii port, but man, if you have not had a chance to play Akami, you definitely need to check it out. Ooh, that was almost bad. I'll keep that in there. And a game that when I think about this game, I think of Blockbuster. I think of going to Blockbuster and renting this title because I did so many times. I ended up buying it dirt cheap. But Max Payne. Max Payne released on the PS2 in the United States, and you know, this is a series that you don't hear a whole lot of people talk about anymore. It was done by Remedy. You know, Remedy went off and did games like Alan Wake and Control, and those games are amazing, but Max Payne just had this grittiness, playing as an ex-cop who's trying to bring back vengeance and from his family who were killed. But I think the most notable thing about Max Payne was his bullet time. You know, this came out of a time that, you know, Matrix was very popular, and this is the only game that I remember at the time that you could like slow time and like shoot people and it just had this noir kind of feel to it. I love it. I went back and started playing some of it. The game hasn't aged well, but I still have so many fond memories of Max Payne. Now, I really feel like I kind of scraped the bottom of the barrel to mention this game, but I saw it on the list and I was like, I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk about it. And that is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It was released on the PSP in Finland. And, you know, what can you say about Castlevania Symphony of the Night? It's probably one of the best games on the PlayStation 1, probably one of the best Castlevania games. I mean, it really spawned the term Metroidvania. You know, it came out at a time that the Castlevania series was getting kind of stagnant. I mean, folks weren't into Castlevania as much until Symphony of the Night came back and kind of revamped the love of the series, and it's still a game today that if it's released, I end up buying it. I've had the game on mobile, I've had the game on PS4, I've had it on Xbox 360, PS3, PlayStation 1, PSP, I've had it on my tablet. It's just such an amazing game, and you know, matter of fact, when I'm done filming, I might go and just play some Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If for some reason you haven't played it yet, you need to check it out. But anyway, guys, those are some games that I absolutely love that were released on my birthday. What were some games released on your birthday? Go to the website, go to mobygames.com, type in your birthday, and leave a comment below. Tell me some titles. I would love to see them. And if today is your birthday, hope you have a very happy birthday. If today's not your birthday, I hope you still have a very happy day, night, or afternoon, whichever time you guys are checking out this video. And if you enjoyed this video, by the way, don't forget to subscribe, but also hit the bell so you're notified on all future videos that come out on this channel. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.